everyone! Welcome back to Steins. In the last episode, we went around trying to find that pin in order to find Suzuha's dad, and instead we just talked to her a little bit about how Okabe Rintaro dies in 15 years as a terrorist killed by Seren, and how she wants to try to help save us because now we're her friends. So we went to go check on Daru, who is up here. It's early evening, but the roof of the Raidikan is still hotter than hell. When I provide Daru with a refreshing gift of Dr. P, a frown appears on his sweaty face. You're supposed to give me an ice-cold, zero-calorie cola. Common sense, man. I forgot he's a cola guy. No sense letting it go to waste. I drink the Dr. P myself. Daru and Suzuha start discussing the time machine. Mayuri and I watch from a short distance away. Hey, Okarin, isn't it amazing that the satellite was a time machine? Yeah, I guess so. I thought that Teeter's time machine was a car, a 1970s Chevy, but it never even occurred to me to suspect the satellite. I should know better than to take anything for granted. In retrospect, the satellite was suspicious from the start. Not only had it appeared out of nowhere, but Teeter only started posting afterwards. I'm disappointed in myself for not realizing the connection. I'm glad Suzu-san wasn't hurt in the crash. I doubt it was anything like a crash. It's probably more like it appeared there displacing the wall, which then collapsed around it. After all, the time machine isn't self-propelled, it doesn't fly. I heard it's really hard to drive. I guess she heard that from Suzuha. If the gravitational whatchamacallit coordinates are just a teensy bit off, the whole time machine becomes a jelly man and goes ploop. And she even said her time machine's unstable since it's not a Seren model. I'm worried about her trip to 1975. Do you think I should go with her? I wonder if I'd fit. What would you do in 1975? I'd cheer Suzu-san on, of course. I'd hold her hand super tight and tell her that everything's gonna be okay. Something tells me that she won't be much help. Hey, Okarin. Do you think the time machine has a name? A name? That's the least of what I want to know about the time machine. Time permitting, I'd like to spend the whole day picking Suzuha's brain. I'm pretty sure John Teeter's time machine had a model number. But the John Teeter from 2000 might not have been Suzuha. There was no John Teeter in 2000 in this world line after all. Although I suppose it's possible that Suzuha will drop by 2000 after traveling to 1975. If you want to know, just ask Teeter. Oh yeah, Mayushi didn't think of that. Hehehe. Mayuri giggles and then runs off to talk to Suzuha. She comes back quickly. Yep, it has a name. What is it? FG204 something something, she said. Future Gadget 204 something something. Anyways, don't you think Daru and Suzu-san are a good match? Eh? Mayuri's jumping all over the place today. I look at Daru and Suzuha again. How do you figure? Daru's all about fetish, you know. Oh, really? She tilts her head to the side. Good grief. Mayuri and I aren't of any use. I'd prefer to leave Daru and Suzuha to it and resume the search for Suzuha's father, but Mayuri seems happy just sitting here. We don't have any leads on the pin or its owner. Maybe 2 days just aren't enough. No, that's quitter's talk. Like I told Suzuha, I don't want to give up. Besides, even if we don't get the information we need this time, I could use the time leap machine to repeat these 2 days until we do. Oh yeah, Mayuri, what happened to your costumes? There's only a few more days until Kamima. I remember Mayuri pulling all-nighters to get her costumes done. Has that changed? I already made 2 costumes. One for Kaede and one for Fubuki. Weren't you making a third for Lukaku? Yeah, I was, but I couldn't convince her, so I gave up this time. Hey, can Mayushi take a closer look at the time machine? Just don't get in their way. Okie dokie. Mayuri beams happily and then runs over to the time machine. She's acting like this is a field trip. Behind her, the sun glows dark and orange on the horizon. It's quite a view from up here. After a few minutes watching the sunset in silence, I realize that Suzuha is standing beside me. She must have come over as Mayuri left. Our shadows are long and murky. Hashida Itaru's amazing. He said if things go well, he could have the time machine fixed by tomorrow. He's a man who gets things done. And he looks so unhealthy and slow. Don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, I have a better impression of him now. Hey. There's something I want to say, and I feel like I'll never get another chance. Why so melodramatic? I'm really grateful to you. All of you. When I came to this time, I didn't know anyone. I was all alone in a world completely different from my own. This era is so peaceful. That's a wonderful thing. But it scared me. All I knew was the fight against Seton. But now I have friends, real friends, who I can share my secrets with. All these people who lived before I was born are working so hard for my sake. It's a strange feeling. I wanted you to know that. Suzuha's tone is wistful. Why? I tried to speak, but she continues before I can. Living with you guys in this time, it has been really fun. When I meet you, you are all so strange and unique and over the top. It was kind of a shock at first, actually. But before I knew it, I started to enjoy spending time with you. In 2036 is peaceful too. People don't fight anymore. Did you know that? How could I? I'm not even alive in 2036, right? Oh, right. Sorry. Anyways, people don't fight, ever, about anything. All forms of conflict, war included, have vanished, poof, without a trace. Instead, everyone has dead eyes, like fish. No one has ambition, no dreams. They just trudge through their lives without a single complaint. Oh, sure, people smile, but they never get angry or sad. There's no individuality. Everyone's a robot. You got really mad at me before, remember? I was really surprised, but at the same time, I was really happy. You're a strange girl. Haha, I guess so. Suzuha looks at the time machine. Daru and Mayuri are standing next to it, talking cheerfully about something or another. You're all so bright and full of life. I envy you. Shina Mayuri, Hashida Itaru, even Makise Kurisu, and of course, you. Don't be ridiculous. There's nothing inevitable about me. Wait. Did it say inevitable? I don't know. I forgot how to go back. I don't have my control sheet anymore. I'm worthless. I can't even save Mayuri. I think I said enviable. I want to be more like you. If you ask me, you're the amazing one. I'm happy to hear you say that. It's thanks to all of you that I'm still going strong. Being a lab mem, even for just a little while, was great. She smiles then, a soft, sad smile that tears at my heart. What does it mean? Being with you guys, even for just a little while, was great. Suzuha? Change the future, Okabe Rintaro. Make it a world like this one, where people can be free. Hey, come on, why are you being so sentimental? Does she not want to go to 1975? But I mean, she's got a time machine, so can't she just come back afterwards? Even as I think it, I realize how wrong I am. Of course. When Suzuha completes her mission and brings us the IBN 5100, the world line will change. The future will be rewritten, and then the 2036 she knows will cease to exist. To hear her describe it, the future is an awful place. But even so, it was her home. She has friends there, I'm sure, comrades in arms, and memories of her father, Beryl Titor. All of that will be lost to her forever. No wonder she's getting sentimental. After we fix the time machine, let's have a party. Thanks. And yet, she's still smiling that sorrowful smile. Afterwards, I hit the streets again in search of the pin. But the day ended without a single lead, so I reluctantly returned to the lab and tried searching the internet. A couple of hours later, still no luck. So far, I've accomplished absolutely nothing. My frustration is mounting. I can timely begin, but will that really help us find Suzuha's father? An unfamiliar number. Who is it? It's me.
Hi, Mr. Okabe Rintaro!
Hi, Mr. Okabe Rintaro. The voice is heavily accented. I can barely make it out. Who is this guy? Serin. I jump to my feet and scan the room, then run to the window and check the road below. No suspicious figures in sight. Kurisu comes out of the development room and gives me a questioning look, but I waver back inside. Serin? What's that? I gulp and carefully choose my words. Identify yourself. You, one more afternoon, came to our factory, make inquiry, and told me your telephone number, you know. What are you saying? No, wait. I've heard this joke in Japanese before. The strange Japanese filters through my brain, connecting synapses. That's right. It's the foreign street vendor I met this afternoon in Akiba. Identified. Nice to meet you. Oh, you're welcome. I do custom work. Yesterday night, I guess. Come here, I remember. That guess was please make pin badge, same one you had. I don't quite get what he's saying, but he seems really excited about it. I'll head there right now. I go to the same spot as before, although his stand has already closed. The Westerner is waiting for me.
Oh, Okabe! Hello!
Hey, Okabe. Where did that guest of yours go? Client come here was yesterday time. Blue-eyed white man shrugs his shoulders. So it was yesterday. He contacted me because he remembered. What's his contact information? His name, his address. Poison. Guess just for simulation. Private information have nothing. So last night someone came by wanting to make metal pins with the same design as Suzuha's. But he died of poisoning? The guess was just a simulation, so there's no private information? I'm not following. Japanese, very studious and awarding private information. Become nervous and serious, yes? That doesn't help. If guest had give me name or telephone number, however, no leak. That is business. Fatigue slowly weighs down my shoulders. I don't understand a word he's saying anymore. My head is full of question marks. In hindsight, I should have brought Kurisu to speak English for me. I guess I'll have to wing it. What did your customer look like? Man? Woman? Well, so young, so middle. Japanese have young face, just by look no understand. Anything else? Maybe a judo fighter? Or pro wrestler? What? Judo? Pro wrestler? What do you mean by that?
Yes!
Yes! That wasn't a yes or no question. What the hell do you mean? Balloon was balloon. Balloon. Judo pro wrestling. No, not good. Are you trying to confuse me? I want to ask more questions, but the foreigner suddenly sees a policeman walking by and runs off. I consider chasing him, but decide against it to avoid police attention. I give up. The search is at a dead end, but we have barely any time left to find Beryl Teeter. I can time leap again starting at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Looks like all I can do is wait until Christina's done working and then leap to the time the suspicious character appeared at the stand. Kurusu carefully connects the 2 cords she's holding. Done. Time leap machine is complete. It's 2:30 p.m. on the 13th, about 20 minutes later than before. Kurusu walks into the lounge with a satisfied look on her face. It's just her, me, and Suzuha in the lab. I had Daru and Mayuri head to Rairikan, ostensibly to work on the time machine.
Time leap machine.
So that's the time leap machine. Suzuha gazes at the now complete machine in awe. I've already explained to her how the time leap works. It's as different as can be from Suzuha's time machine, which can physically displace actual bodies. It makes you remember the future, right? That's pretty interesting. Suzuha crosses her hands behind her head and looks up at the ceiling. Intuition, sixth sense, deja vu. I wonder if those things are actually you recalling future memories. Some of Sanon's researchers in my time came up with the theory that memories are a way of sharing information across world lines. Maybe it's similar to that. I just wish we knew more about Okabe's unique Steiner thing. Is it unique to Okabe, or does everyone have the potential for it? And Okabe is just stronger by coincidence? One thing's for certain, my consciousness leaps to the past along with my memories. I still don't understand why that is. It would make more sense if you experienced a change in the present, like you do when we send a D-mail. Does your consciousness depend on your memories? The problem is that the consciousness doesn't have a form that we can see. Same goes for the soul. Those things are still in the realm of religion. Even in 2036, the existence of a soul hasn't been proven, and nobody proven that forms consciousness either. Blah, blah, blah. Even in 2036, the existence of the soul hasn't been proven, and nobody's proven what forms consciousness either. I see. That's a little disappointing. Sending my consciousness back has let me change some future events with more precision than the D-mail, but other events are locked in by convergence. I can change the method of Mayuri's death, but never the fact that she dies. That's not how it works. The future is always determined. Then why does the path there change? Because the world line changes. When you leap to the past and take different actions from before, divergence changes, if only a little bit. In most cases, the fluctuation won't amount to more than 0.00001% on the divergence meter. Small changes might not register at all. When you change the cause, the effect merely shifts to the separate, already existing world line. Since those two world lines are almost exactly the same, you barely feel any difference. So this is why reading Steiner didn't react. It's not like the previous world line disappears, it keeps existing as another possible world line. That's the many worlds interpretation, right? In any case, they're not parallel worlds. So is the future reconstructed? I guess you could say that. I'm confused again. Maybe it's impossible for me to fully understand the structure of the universe. Anyways, that's enough discussion. It's time for me to leap again. I explain the situation to Kurusu and have her activate the time leap machine immediately. Visit. Whip. And we go back. We go back. And on that note, I'm going to leave this episode here. I know this feels a little short, a little abrupt, but I'm trying to get a couple things recorded and out. But I'm really enjoying the series. I hope you guys are too. And if you are, please subscribe and do all that YouTube shit. And in the next episode, we will continue and see if we can get any more leads on Suzuha's papa. So I'll see you then.